Japanese fishing adventures here, and get ready for a couple of crazy fishing trips here in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is located in the north of Japan and home to unbelievable coastlines, woodlands full of deciduous trees, large thunderous rivers, volcanoes producing hot spring pools, and of course, various mountain peaks creating crystal clear streams and stunning wild lakes, just to name a few. In the last few weeks, we've been exploring some of what Hokkaido has to offer. We go hunting for mega salmonids in the east of the island, in addition to catching one of the prettiest fish you'll ever see. But before all that, we had one special adventure targeting one of the rarest fish in Japan, if not the world. This fish lives in a lake called Lake Shikaribetsu, which is right in the centre of Hokkaido in the Daisetsu National Park. It's only open for fishing 50 days a year, 25 in the early summer and 25 in the late summer. But what is this fish, you may ask? Well folks, this rare fish is the Miyabe char. Due to changing climates, drops in water quality and invasive species like rainbow trout, the Miyabe char has become an incredibly rare catch. Luckily enough, the authorities who look after Shikaribetsu have started a restocking program, and this restocking program is taking place on the lake itself. But more about this fish later on. The Daisetsu National Park is home to some incredible nature, and it makes for a great camping destination. Luckily enough, I managed to camp at this unbelievable little campsite, which included a natural onsen and a gorgeous river flowing through it. I actually had a few casts on the river and caught this beautiful baby rainbow before having a cheeky onsen. For those new to Japan, onsens are hot springs that come up from the Earth's core and are found in areas of volcanic activity. They are full of sulfur, great for your skin and also your mental health. Highly suggest getting naked and giving it a go. Oh yeah, you have to get naked, FYI. Now it's time to be honest. I wanted to make this into a full video, but sadly all my GoPro footage had my life jacket in front of it, and in truth, day one was incredibly tough. I should also add that I was out fishing with my fellow Niseko fishing guide Nick Hill. Nick is a great angler from the US and is fly fishing mad. You'll see him throughout this section. Anyways, day one, total disaster, we couldn't have caught a cold in a doctor's surgery, but day two, things started to heat up. After a morning catching the Japanese bonefish, aka the agui, aka the Japanese dace, on spoons, finally there was hope on the horizon of catching something decent. There's only a few species in the lake: agui, rainbow trout, Amemasu, which is the cherry trout, and the one we've been looking for, the Miyabe char. However, it wasn't an agui, a rainbow, or a Miyabe that was the first decent fish to grace the net.
It's not fighting like an agui. Oh. It's a rainbow though. Trout existed here. Oh, it's a
salmon.
It's a salmon. Oh my god, it's a sakura.
Well, folks, finally we have caught something. It's been a bit of a slog, hasn't it, Nick, to be honest with you?
That it has.
But we've actually caught a sakura masu here. Don't want to drop the net, or the fish for that matter here. But what a beautiful fish that is. That is a belter. That's like an adult yamame, basically. Living in here. What a fish. Buzzing. Let's get him back, I think. There we go. My heart genuinely dropped for a second there. We've all been there. The sweet, we got a fish! And after those crazy celebrations, we were in for another surprise.
It's not. Mate, it's a char. It's a freaking char! Oh my god, we've done it!
The Miyabe Iwana. Look at the spots on that fish. And this fish has been stocked in here for the past 20 years to try and save it. There's so few of them left. Just look at the colours. They're insane. They're absolutely insane. Oh my days. This is what we came for. They live here. Come on, mate. Be free. And off he goes. Bye-bye.
There we go.
Nick, put it there. The fishing really did slow up, but out of nowhere, we were treated to doing the Lake Shikaribetsu Grand Slam. Ending the trip on a high, Nick.
Thank you. There we go.
Boom. What an end to fishing here on
We just had to row back.
Shimitaka. Oh crap, yeah. Sorry, we're against the clock.
And that was the end of Nick and I's time at Lake Shikaribetsu. Tough fishing, but any massive lake, never mind never fishing it before, was always going to lead to a tough day on the water. But we managed a few fish, and thank the Lord we managed to nail the Miyabe char. To some of you, that fish is probably pretty insignificant. But to me, knowing how rare it is, and the fact that we went up there specifically to catch that fish on such a large water, to actually nail one, was pretty sweet. But now it's time to move on to our second road trip of the video, as we're going hunting for the big boys. Road trip 2 now, and this takes us to the other side of the island to a town called Shari. Shari is in eastern Hokkaido, famous for salmon, potatoes, and other root vegetables. But its location is perfectly positioned below the Shiratoko National Park. Shiratoko really is wild and is home to some monster salmonids. However, I needed some help, and that's where Shin comes in. I met Shin ironically at Lake Shikaribetsu, and Shin, being the legend that he is, offered to take me out fishing, and I couldn't refuse. I arrived late morning, and thanks to Shin's brother, we headed straight on the road. We were after one fish, and that is the Amemasu. Amemasu can get up to serious sizes, and you can find them out at sea or in these tiny creeks, and with that in mind, I was keen to get fishing. We got hiking up the river, and before you knew it, we were into a couple of fish, with Shin's brother nailing this beautiful little guy, and then me following up shortly after with another similar sized fish. But I was going to be seriously shocked when I saw what came out next.
Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god!
This fish was an absolute beast, and to think they can get 10-20 centimeters bigger than this is absolutely crazy. But just check out this fish, man. Crazy fish, man. That fish is that crazy, it smashed my phone out my hand. But no dramas, the phone survived. And after one last look at this awesome fish, we let it back to fight another day. What an awesome way to start this mega trip here in Shiratoko. We then headed back home for some lovely yakiniku, which is basically food cooked over a barbecue. Do it yourself, really nice. However, if you can tell me what organs I'm eating here, I'm going to be well impressed. Let me know in the comments. Day 2 now, and we were on the road, but we were going after a serious fish, the Ito. Now, I have to admit, I have had an acquaintance with this crazy fish.
Fish on! Yes! It's that fish! Oh my bloody god! Oh my lord! Oh my lord, this is going miles!
Now these fish are absolutely insane. Unfortunately, they've had a tough run of it. Their habitats have been ruined by dams, river straightening, and also overfishing. But there are still places in Hokkaido where you can catch them. And luckily for us, they live in East Hokkaido, and Shin had an idea where they might have been. Unfortunately for me, I lost this lad and I was absolutely devastated. It's one of those things with fishing, what can you do? But after Shin's tuition after a few beers last night, I was feeling very confident. Ito live all over the place, and that's the nature of the species. You can find them in the rivers, you can find them in the estuaries, you can find them in the lakes, but we were going to target some marshy streams. And this is also a similar location to where the Amemasu tend to live. In fact, it was the same river we fished yesterday, just slightly higher up. So we even had the chance of catching a big Amemasu. Got walking, we got fishing, and safe to say, we hit on the fish early doors.
Beautiful, in his spawning colours. Arigato, Shin. Beautiful, great start.
That was a super bite.
Gold due 50 centimetre Amemasu. We've been hitting these all the way working up here. It's been flipping awesome. And that's probably the sign to get this guy back swimming. Angry. Arigato gozaimasu, Shin. Genki gaido. Sadly, Mr. Ito wasn't showing their face, but these Amemasu were going crazy. This type of fishing as well is so much fun. You're dangling lures right under trees, any little crevice you can find, and you're just twitch, 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 hoping that that big Amemasu comes out from underneath the branches and slams you.
Big Amemasu. Oh, that came out of nowhere. There it is. Nice fish.
The biggest fish of the day, 50 centimetres. Really nice fish, to be fair. Look at the head. And just look at the colours on these fish. They're insane. Just the white spots. And this water is freezing, but I think it's time to get this fella back. The biggest fish we nailed was around 50 centimetres, but honestly the amount of fish we had was crazy. I genuinely lost count, whether they were big or small. It was just endless. This river was stuffed, and I mean stuffed, with Amemasu. And after that little lad, we exited at the nearest point of entry and made our way back to the car. Honestly, that was one of my favourite days fishing. Great company, great fishing, great scenery. What more could you ask for? There was still some hours of daylight, so we headed to the open marshlands, hoping to maybe stumble upon an Ito. When you're fishing in locations like this, you really feel insignificant. And we really did. The life on here was crazy. Albeit the fish life was quite quiet, but the bird life was astounding. And after winding Shin up like every single fisherman does, we fished into the sunset and took in these beautiful surroundings. That sunset was pretty bloody special. Well folks, that was a class day's fishing. We never managed to nail that Ito we were really hoping for, but that's fishing. Ito are a mega fish to catch. They're a Huchen, for those of you who don't know what one is. They're tough to catch, even at the best of times, so it is what it is. But I'm now at my hotel, which is called Hotel Both, Hotel Boff. We say Hotel Both. And this is Shin's hotel. It is pretty cool. Now, I'm staying in the cottage, and it's a bloody nice cottage. It's got a lovely wood fire thing. Obviously, it's a wood fire. What do you expect? Obviously. But it's got a fire, nice little TV there. Look at that, nice little dining area, kitchen's through the back there. And up there, it's the bedrooms. Tatami style, that's classic Japanese. I'll go up there now quickly and show you. Yeah, walking up the stairs. There you go. Tatami style. For those of you who don't know, you sleep on the floor with a little futon. It's a little bit firm for what us, guys and boys are used to. But I'm a fan of the tatami, It's really good for your back. But anyway, I'm going to go and have a shower, get sorted, and I think we're going out for dinner, and then it's more fishing tomorrow. This is sick. We sat down for dinner and enjoyed some fresh venison, a little bit of salmon, admittedly we tucked into that quite quickly, some fried chicken, and of course, a biru. You can't say no to that. We were both knackered, to be honest, and we're ready to hit the sack to get fishing tomorrow. It was an early start on my last day here in East Hokkaido, and we were heading to Lake Kusharo. We started off early, hoping to catch a rainbow trout early doors and be the only anglers there. However, not really to our surprise, there was a load of anglers there, which was not ideal for us really. But we were there anyway, so we enjoyed the sunrise and fished as the sun rose. It was absolutely beautiful in truth, but I'm not a fan of fishing with other people, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same. It must be no surprise to you, we didn't catch anything. It's always hard fishing big lakes for big fish like that. one guy caught one, and when you've got loads of anglers throwing spoons in left, right and centre, you know you're not going to really catch it. But that actually wasn't why we went to Lake Casharo. We were after one very, very special species. So we hopped in the car and headed off to the shallower part of the lake where you tend to find this species. Get ready folks, this is one of the weirdest fishing experiences I've ever had. So a little bit more information about Lake Casharo. Lake Casharo is based in the Akan National Park and is Japan's largest caldera lake. Basically, that means it's a volcanic lake, so it never freezes. The lake is around 35 miles in circumference, in addition to being about 400 foot deep at its deepest part. Lake Casharo is an absolutely beautiful lake to fish, but it's also home to one of the most beautiful fish on the planet, and that is the landlocked sockeye salmon, aka the Kokani salmon. Anglers flock from all over Japan in the autumn months to come and catch this fish. They make their way to the shallows to spawn, and you can see them in abundance. These fish look so cool. The male fish get this massive humpback, this really big snipe, and they've got this deep dark colour to them. The females not so much, but that's just nature, isn't it? I wouldn't say fishing for spawning fish was my thing, but since I was here, I had to give it a go, and this has been done on the lake for hundreds and hundreds of years. You can target this fish in a variety of ways. You can either use lure, you can use bait, or you can use fly. The aim of the game is to slowly move your lure or fly past their nose, and you hope that they just snap at it. Snap might be a little bit of an over-exaggeration, perhaps have a nibble. We're also joined by Shin's business partner, Hirai-san. Hirai-san is a fly fisherman. Well, he's a bit of everything to be honest, but he specialises on the fly side of things here at Hokkaido Fishing Services, while Shin focuses on the lure side. Great guy, we had so much fun. He even gave me a Japanese kiwi.
Kiwi fruits. A little kiwi fruit. Oh, just.
Delicious.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
That's so random.
But anyway, after tucking into my kiwi, which really did taste like a kiwi, it was very surprising. We got straight on the fish.
Fish! Oh my days, the scenes! The scenes, my first pink salmon! Oh! Yeah! Come here, my man! Oh! Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Mama, yes.
Crazy, ne? Yabai! What the? My first pink salmon is gone.
Won't lie folks, I'm not a professional videographer, but don't worry, we managed to catch another one.
Look at it in the autumn leaves there. What a fish. And this is so weird, guys. This is the weirdest fishing I've ever done. Cool. Look at the head, look at that. The humpback. I've seen so many videos of these fish before I came. Finally catch one.
We ended up catching quite a few fish between us in the end, and after an hour or so, I thought it was probably time I made a move. As much as I was enjoying my time taking in such a beautiful area, I had a guiding trip of my own the day after. Lake Casharo was a smashing way to end my time here, and without question, you should get it on your hit list. For 2025, we'll be offering tours out here in conjunction with Shin and Nick, who you met earlier in the video. The variety of landscapes and fishing is sensational, and we only just touched the surface. If you fancy a bit of the action, hit the link in the description and get in touch. We can plan you an awesome trip here in Hokkaido, and we really want to showcase to the world how amazing this place is, both for fishing and as a general tourist. However, I want to say a big thank you. Nick, who we saw early on in the video, Lake Shikaribetsu Fishing, Renya, Shin's brother, Remy, Shin's girlfriend, Hirai-san, and of course, thank you to Hokkaido for always showcasing all its glory and natural beauty. But a big special thank you to Shin, mind you. He put a roof over my head, went all out to give me a great few days fishing, and I can't thank the man enough. We may speak little Japanese and little English, but these few days really have shown that there is only one language in fishing, and that is fishing. Google Translate helps too. Separate note, you can find everyone's Instagrams, website details, all that jazz in the description below, including Hotel Both. There haven't been as many videos this year, and I can only apologise for that, but the guiding side of things really has taken off this year, and in truth, I'm incredibly proud. Hopefully next year we'll manage to film a few more, and you never know, I might get to meet you guys in the flesh and take you hunting for some monster Hokkaido salmonids. Brackets, I took Shin in my neck of the woods and he caught this monster brown. Get in touch if that's right up your street, close brackets. If you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. It means a hell of a lot and helps with the YouTube algorithm. Tight lines, keep fishing, and see you all soon.